Hi, welcome back to Rooted Badger Rock's virtual workshop series. We're back at it with another good recipe today. Gonna be a quick one, but a really fun and a really delicious one. We're actually kind of highlighting it because we actually get to use some of our syrup that we've actually been harvesting from our maple trees this past couple of weeks. We did a little bit of maple tapping. We were able to get around, I think, like 30 gallons of sap or so. About 30, maybe a little less than that, but we were able to make quite a few little pints worth of maple syrup. And we were going to use this today, but we did find some old maple syrup that we had in our fridge. So and actually, we just want to use this up quick. So we'll use this first. We need a little bit extra. We'll tap into our stores over here. But yeah, had a lot of fun doing it with the kids and with our garden class as well. Our trees were running really well. I don't know if you can tell right now, or maybe you can tell, but we had a lot of snow this past weekend, right before St. Patrick's Day. So the trees are definitely, I wouldn't say they're not running anymore, but with all the warm spells we had last week, they're kind of stopped running. So not too bad that it's gotten cold again. And but we got a lot of sap. We got some syrup out of it. So we'll be using that today. We're going to be making some homemade granola. Really good recipe, really simple, really quick. Only has about maybe 8 ingredients or so. But we'll just start off real quick. So first off, we got oats. We're going to start off with 2 cups of oats. Yeah, and I've made I've made this granola recipe with our classes and our after-school cooking clubs as well. We've made it with we made parfaits, homemade parfaits. So this was actually a really good addition we made to it. We'll start with a 1/3 cup of pepitas. Add to our oats. This is a 1/4 cup. Got a 1/3 cup here. Add a 1/3 cup of pepitas. We got some sunflower seeds. Pour these out. Another 1/3 cup sunflower seeds as well. There you go. Good protein, good fiber in these seeds right here. Mix that up a little bit. We'll add some salt. So we'll just add about a 1/4 teaspoon. I'll just eyeball it. Just a little dash. A little bit of cinnamon. I'll just give it a little shake. It's about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon as well, but I'll just give it a nice generous shake. Good. And next we have our maple syrup. So we'll do about a 1/4 cup of our maple syrup. Again, just using up this store-bought one, but it is pure maple syrup. So utilize that. We got about a 1/4 cup. And then instead of olive oil, we'll be using coconut oil actually. A little bit different kinds of fats in coconut oil, more saturated, but they're really good fats though for you as well. And actually, it's really warm in this kitchen today, so normally this is really solid, but actually I can just pour our coconut oil straight in because it's so warm in this kitchen right now. So add our coconut oil in as well. And then one of the last ingredients we'll add, we're using raisins today, but you can use craisins as well, dried cranberries. I personally like dried cranberries a little better, a little bit more tart, a little more sweet in my mind. But raisins will work as well. So we'll do about a 1/4 cup. It's my 1/4 cup. I'll just use the same one right here. About a 1/4 cup of raisins as well. Let's add a few more just for extra. All right, so we have all of our ingredients in. Let's take a spoon, we'll give it a nice mix. Trying to get all that maple syrup, all that oil incorporated, all of our oats, all of our seeds and raisins. All right. Yeah, just want to make sure you get all that coated on there, all the oil coated onto the ingredients. All right. So here's our mixture. Again, you could add maybe some nuts into this or maybe some different kinds of dried fruits if you wanted to, depending on how you want your granola to be. But we don't use nuts in here in this kitchen just to make sure, just to avoid allergies for any students or anything like that. So keep it just pretty pretty tame with our ingredients. But yeah, this looks like it's nice and mixed up. We got this going. Next, you'll want to get a pan, and you want to line it with some parchment paper just to kind of keep it nice and clean. Easier to come off to as well. It doesn't stick to the pan. And we'll just spread this onto our cookie sheet. And get everything out of the bowl. That's good enough. Got a few scragglers. I'm trying to get these out. Realize everything. Now this, we just want to not smear it, but spread it out. Make a nice even little layer across the pan so it cooks nice and evenly. Want it to be kind of thick. I mean, not thick. Want it to be kind of thin so that it gets kind of nice and crispy. Gets cooked all the way through. Kind of gets that little crumbly texture. Yep. And if you can hear in the background, I did set our oven, I preheated to 350. And then once I get this nice and coated, spread out all the way, we'll put this in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until it gets nice and crispy. Nice and evenly cooked. All right, so this looks pretty good to me. Oh, missed that part. All right, and here we go. Nice and even, spread out on the pan, top of the parchment. And yeah, we'll just throw this into the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, 350 degrees. And then once it comes out, you can kind of break it apart. You can cut it into sections too. It is going to be kind of uniform as well. But yeah, this is a great recipe. Like I said, we've made it in our not garden class. In our after school cooking club, we've done parfaits with it. Gotten out some yogurt, made like a little fruit compote as well to go with it. We got really good ratings on that one, a lot of good feedback. Our kids really loved that one. And yeah, super easy. You know, you don't have to go buy a bag of granola at the store. You can just buy some ingredients that you might just have in your pantry. And then yeah, you can use different kind of sweeteners, honey, maple syrup, maybe agave nectar, whatever you got around. But whatever you want to add to it, you can add to it and just make it your own as well. But yeah, I'll throw this into the oven. We'll get it going in just a minute. But that's pretty much it. Just wanted to get a good, quick recipe out to you all. Again, we're right around, well, today's actually St. Patrick's Day. This will come out today. That's right, it is St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, go enjoy some, I don't know, green eggs and ham. I don't know. That's not totally the wrong one. But just go and enjoy your day. It is March 17th, so it is a good time to go plant peas. Once the snow is gone, we did get that big snowstorm, so might have to wait a little bit extra to plant your peas out. But yeah, try to enjoy this great recipe and let us know what you think, or if you guys have anything you want to change or would add to it. Until then, we'll see you next time.